This clip of the Texas Bucket List is brought to you by Spirit of Texas Bank. Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List, the show dedicated to everything there is to see, do, and experience right here in the Lone Star State. My name is Shane McAuliffe, and this week we start things off down in South Texas. You see, down there is some of the best bird watching in the business. And down in McAllen, there's one site that's truly unique. The birds chirp a morning light serenade to everyone exploring the border just to get a look at the Flying Philharmonic. Located on the south side of town, across the street from the local airport, and just a few miles from the border, Quinta Mazatlan is more than just a 10,000 square foot adobe mansion.
It has a peacefulness about it that unless it is interrupted by airplanes or helicopters landing, you can enjoy. And this peacefulness is something that transcends a great deal of things.
Chris Cifuentes is a tour guide at Quinta Mazatlan, which translates to a country house, villa, or estate, and the land of the deer.
Welcome to Quinta Mazatlan. This is the main entrance to our house.
The house was built on the highest knoll in McAllen back in 1935 by Jason Matthews, thanks to the help of his affluent wife, Marcia Jameson. They called it the crosswinds of the Western Hemisphere, and Matthews was a bit of a Renaissance man back in his day.
Jason Matthews was a writer, a poet, a composer, a lyricist, a playwright. You name it, he wrote it. The couple passed away in the 1960s and the mansion sat empty for years. It was heavily damaged by Hurricane Beulah during that time, but in 1968, it was purchased by Frank and Marianne Schultz, who restored the home and lived there for 30 years until deciding to sell the house at auction. Rather than see developers tear down the home with so much local history, the city of McAllen stepped in and purchased the mansion for $1.4 million. I think we'd be standing at another mall if that had not happened.
I'm very impressed that a town or a city values its history. I think that's great.
When folks get a chance to visit this place, they all have the same reaction.
It's beautiful.
It's just so beautiful.
Well, the place itself is magnificent.
Everything's just beautiful.
And that's before they even get to the outside. Surrounded by 20 acres, the mansion is one of 9 World Birding Center sites in the valley.
The valley is pretty good for birding.
John Brush takes visitors around the native thorn forest for some of the best birding in the country.
Our area is kind of a unique area. We're kind of subtropical, and we've got this like tropical influence. We've got this desert influence from the west, the coastal stuff, and then the temperate stuff coming down from the north. So we get a huge mix, huge diversity of birds.
The son of a biology professor, John has always been interested in the amazing amount of species in this slice of the state.
I started off by looking at ants while my dad was looking at birds, but then eventually my aim shifted up.
Now he takes incredible pictures of the native and not so native attractions.
We really are a unique area. So if you took the lower 4 counties here and compared them to all the states in the United States, we'd be like one of the top 5 birding areas. A lot of the migratory bird species kind of funnel through the Rio Grande Valley. And so this is one area where you can just get a lot of different birds as they're going south and north.
And that brings in folks from all different directions as well, all to see
A mini Central Park in McAllen.
Some come for the architecture and to learn about the past.
We've seen this type of architecture before in Spain and Portugal, and it's very authentic. It's nice, very nice.
This shows the history of McAllen.
And seeing the nature trails was just a bonus.
Others fix their eyes toward the sky.
The birds, the butterflies, the plants, the nature, everything. It's really nice.
Quinta Mazatlan is simply one of those places you visit to enjoy the beauty and history of South Texas.
I had never been here, so I was really surprised we had this here in McAllen.
Every Texan needs to see the culture that's here, that shows the richness of McAllen.
Anybody from Texas, Oklahoma, Colorado, New Mexico, Nevada, or North Carolina, wherever you happen to be from, you need to come visit Quinta Mazatlan.
I think this is just a unique part of Texas, has a whole lot of bird species, a whole lot of beautiful butterflies and plants, and just a really good natural wildlife area, and it has more of a tropical flavor than the rest of Texas.